Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Box. Today we are going to be talking about all the TikTok drama that is happening right now. Ashley, Trevino, and Santos and their entire sticky situation, and just Ashley in general.
I've seen her, but I don't know her.
Ashley Trevino is a not major creator because she just started.
Okay.
But she's getting a lot of attention right now. She's a streamer, so they do it like for hours on
24/7.
end. Yeah. And she airs out all of her messy drama literally on lives. I don't want to say she's not a big creator because right now she's like the Charlie D'Amelio of our time.
Interesting.
Like everybody knows her name, and it's weird that you don't because she's everywhere.
Why is she known?
She dated, I guess, somebody in prison and then kind of became known as like a prison hopper. So she would date within that prison.
Interesting.
So like cellmates who knew each other, she would date. And so she was kind of known as the cellmate or prison hopper. She became a streamer, and I don't know much about the streaming world. It's very different compared to like normal TikToks, I would say. Streaming is a live. It's not actual content, but I guess content is reality, right?
Okay.
So their streams are like reality TV. All these streamers know each other. Ashley got herself in the top 10 currently, and I don't know how, but usually all these streamers are best friends, and so they talk and they duel battles. You know how we used to battle people?
Yeah.
Well, Ashley is battling all these other streamers and claiming that they're friends and stuff like that, but then really just like kind of shitting on them on her own lives. And so all these other streamers are starting to hear everything that she's doing and saying about them. And I guess like a lot of other streamers got pulled into a lot of different drama with her and kind of cut her out now because she's just a messy person and they don't want to deal with that. She is now in a situation where people think she's dating a 19-year-old, and his name is Santos, and he's also a streamer, maybe manager, maybe publicist for all of these other streamers who are on the top 10 list.
A 19-year-old is a manager for
like
older people.
Streamers, yeah. And he's not a part of a label. He has zero like management experience.
This seems sketchy.
It is. But they, I guess, start a relationship, or Ashley's claiming that they've had some sexual interactions, and everyone's like, Santos is literally 19. Like, yes, he's of age, but that is disgusting. And Ashley has 2 daughters who are around Santos's age. And so everyone's like, why are we even like in this type of relationship / why are we airing it out? Why are we talking about him like now? Like, it's all for attention. Santos is 19 and he's acting like a 19-year-old, and so he's out hanging out with other girls, kissing girls on his lives, like saying he has 5 girlfriends, and Ashley gets really jealous. What everyone's more worried about is the fact that she treats her kids horribly. Not horribly as in like they're starving and whatnot, but people have been calling CPS on her because the way that she treats her kids. And everyone's just like, is this gonna be like a new like Ruby Frankie type of thing? Like, obviously we hope it's not like abusive, but the way she talks to them, like she would prefer to go out clubbing and drinking and blacking out instead of like taking the girls to shop for Christmas gifts.
So it sounds like she just had to mature early and wasn't able to have that like teenage phase.
Yeah. I think she was also a teen mom.
That makes sense. If she has kids 19 and she's 30-something, that only leaves her to be around her 20s when she first had her kids.
Yeah.
She's going through a phase that a lot of young adults would go through.
Yeah.
Unless you seriously knew you wanted to be a mom at a very young age, you purposely got pregnant. But if you ask a lot of women who accidentally get pregnant or something happens and they're a full-time mom at a very young age, mostly every person will go through that phase where it's like, God, I wish I was out.
Yeah.
Instead of taking care of your own responsibility.
Yeah. She's kind of dragging her kids through all this too. Like, her kids are even telling her on lives, like, you're being inappropriate. Like, you're intoxicated. You need to get off your live. Like, turn it off. And you can hear the kids telling her this, and she just ignores them and keeps going.
It's the fact that this type of stuff is what gets people watching.
Yeah.
Like, but for me, I'm just like, why waste your time
and she
watching
has 30,000 people mostly at all times watching her show.
Why?
Lives. Because she's so messy, and people love that aspect for, like, reality TV. She's giving them a reality show on the palm of their hand in live television, basically, because she's taken phones with her attorneys. She has asked for a divorce on live. She has claimed that she's too famous now to even go to a normal grocery store. No one truly cares if you're walking around. And so, like, she's putting herself up on this pedestal compared to all the other famous people. She's, like, claiming she needs bodyguards 24/7 now when she's walking around. She's claimed that she is making billions of dollars now in the 1 month she's been streaming.
To say you need 24/7 bodyguards and, like, acting like you can't just go out to your normal store. Like, we have over 4 million, and we've never said, oh, we need a bodyguard, or, oh, I can't go to my local grocery store anymore. Like, you'll find Jay and I out in sweats.
Yeah.
And sweatshirts. And we completely forget that people may know us or may recognize us.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense how you can become so...
Deftone?
I don't know.
It's
deftone.
Well, it's just also, like, I understand you like the spotlight on you, especially if you're a pick-me girl, which I think she is, obviously. This is how she's acting.
Then she's so annoying.
Yeah, and so I also think that's why
annoying.
Everyone finds it so entertaining, is because she's a pick-me girl. She's having a midlife crisis in fucking real time. So, like, everyone's watching it.
You get to see her crash out, basically.
You get to see her, like, crash and burn, pretty much. People are calling her out on it because she is... I don't want to say, like, a formative, like, creator, but she has so many viewers that if she is showing this, it is going to represent what these kids can do later in life. And they're like, that's just not good. Like, you want your daughters to be shaking her noo-noo in front of live 30,000 people? Do you want them to be blacking out on weekdays? Like, this isn't something you should tolerate and at least be showing your kids.
Yeah, everything you've been telling me so far in the parental role, it seems like she's just not mature enough to be a mom. But she found herself in this position where she is a mom. Mm-hmm. She has responsibilities, yet she's running away from them. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Mm-hmm. I know we haven't been teenage parents or anything, but we have had those moments where, like, we don't want to take on our responsibilities, and we will do anything else that sounds more interesting
to escape it.
But we know, like, let's say you were a teenage mom,
or even just as content creators, I don't think it's necessary to be airing all that stuff out.
No, there's a fine line between what you allow on the internet and what you don't. And as content creators, what's nice is you decide what that line is.
Yeah. It might be hard to find. There is a thin line.
But I can see why she would get sucked into it. And if she is in that role of, like, I'm going to crash out, I might as well make it entertaining.
Yeah.
And also, if she's getting money from it, why stop it?
Exactly.
But at the same time, do you want to be recognized for that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Haktua, or whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. She got all of these things for her because after she said one thing, be like, Haktua, blah, blah, blah. Hope she's doing well. But do you want to be known for that?
No.
Like, no. I would rather be humble, down to earth, still doing whatever we are doing, than get thrown into this and see people... or have people watch me crash out.
Yeah.
Like, no. I can do that in my own privacy. Yeah. I don't need, like, 30,000 people to watch that.
There's a very different world. There's streaming world, and then there's content creating, influencing style. I don't want to say they're the same because they're so different. Like,
yeah,
Twitch,
that's fair.
Twitch. Like, Twitch streaming or just streaming in general, yes, it is live and there is no filter usually, and the creator is doing whatever the audience wants because that's their audience.
And that's how you get the entertainment. Yeah.
But coming from the content creator, because that's what we are, we don't really do Twitch and we don't do streaming unless we do planned lives. And they're only for an hour. They're not 24-hour length lives.
The thing is, if we were to do a live stream,
yeah,
it would be so boring.
Yeah. We're not messy either.
We're not messy. We don't have extravagant things in our life that we can, like, harp on and make that your content. We live normal day-to-day life. We get up at 7, we are at work by 8, and we don't stop working until like 4:30 or 5.
Yeah.
And working means sitting in a chair on our computer and iPads and phone all day.
Yeah.
So it's just not, it wouldn't be interesting.
It wouldn't be entertaining. They're like, streamers have already come out and claimed that like they have tried to be friends with Ashley, and she's just kind of thrown them all under the bus, gotten them into really messy drama that they've all just kicked her out. So now she's kind of like a lonely bird sitting alone doing her own streams, and everyone still likes her because she is the messy streamer. So there's just so many different things about her that have made it so confusing yet so entertaining for so many people. And it's not necessarily even like you have to be on her page. People are literally going live and just watching her live. So you're watching her live through someone else's live. Like, that's how, like, everyone has been so consumed with it, but they don't personally want to, like, get into her account.
I just don't get where people find the time to watch people for so long, hours on end, every day. I understand right now it's, like, the holidays. People are off school, so you have more time to be on your electronics.
Yeah.
But, like, still, even with the, like, limited amount of time we have.
Yeah. I'm not watching
live streams. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I would rather be living my own life than watching someone else live their life or crash out.
Same. You have to have a special technique and a way to communicate with your phone and virtually, because I mean, clearly she knows what she's doing, or she's just great at being messy, because she's getting, like I said, 30,000 people are watching her every day.
That's insane for a TikTok live.
Yeah.
These days, you know, they used to be really popular in the beginning, and then it kind of fell off. Not as many people are doing it. But now it seems to me like TikTok lives have turned into live streams.
Like Twitch.
Yeah. I just don't know how you enjoy having people and knowing people are watching you every single second.
The way that I had to go into a deep hole to figure out just the subsurface of all the mess is crazy, because so I'll be scrolling through TikTok, and every other video would be about Ashley Trevino. And it's about other people on the app that's saying, who else just never knew who Ashley was and now is all consumed of her because, like, she has taken the algorithm.
It's crazy to me how many people can get sucked into it, though.
Yeah. She has the entire app right now on
Which is
hand.
So weird because, like you just said, it's so dumb when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
But I can also see where it could be entertaining.
Yeah. And then there's that perspective of being a creator. This is your job. You should want 30,000 people at all times on your platform.
But do you want 30,000 people to see you crashing out?
She claimed
and, like,
that
having
as a niche.
mental breakdown, probably.
Yeah, no, if that's her niche, that's her niche.
As content creators and live streamers, bad comments and negativity also help you.
There's still engagement.
Yeah, so when everyone is just like, don't follow her, don't comment, don't like, or whatever, but people are still doing it, you're helping her. You're not actually doing what you want to do.
But it's also the, like, people who are opening up and be like, do you know who Ashley Trevino is? And then the first thing that comes up in your search bar is, who is Ashley Trevino? And so people are looking her up because no one knows who she is until they're hearing all these like stories about her lives and then getting intrigued, want to know who she is, and then actually goes down that rabbit hole. There's just so much you could go on, but at the end of the day, if you don't know who Ashley Trevino is, maybe if you're bored and you want to go down a rabbit hole, look her up on TikTok. I bet you in the first 3 videos, you'll understand who we're talking about.
And if you find more information that we haven't said, make sure you leave a comment because we'll be reading them so I can educate myself more on this topic because obviously it is trending right now.
That is a little bit of what is happening right now on at least the majority of TikTok, at least that I have heard. People have been sending me videos. A lot of people have been talking about her on the internet. So this is Ashley Trevino and Santos, and probably I'm missing a lot more other information too. This is just secondhand information, I should say, because I really have not yet found Ashley's real account. So I can't personally be like, yeah, I've watched her live. I know what she's doing. And in this industry, you can't really believe everything you see. But if Ashley is also doing a Perez Hilton interview on stream, and Perez Hilton is making his own interviews with her, this is just a messy and entertaining, because that's who Perez is.
Yeah.
That's just the world right now, and it is crazy, the drama on TikTok that nobody really knows unless you get sucked into it.
And I'm over here like, why can't the people who are actually genuine, fun, and cool be popular?
Yeah.
Why is it the people who are crashing out that are trending? Like, shut up. Do you think she will be relevant in the next few months?
No. I think this popularity, that might sound harsh, I think the popularity is going to decrease or just dead stop in the next month. I don't think truly she will be able to hold the entertainment. And the fact that other streamers have already started kind of blacklisting her, she's not going to be relevant in the next couple months.
A lot of people go through this. They like this momentum, and then all of a sudden they disappear because
they couldn't keep
up, and or people just didn't find it entertaining anymore.
Yeah. We can learn from her experience is the fact that the way you treat others, especially as content creators, other content creators are your co-workers if you're doing collabs with them.
So you
can't don't shit on them.
So you can't shit on them. I can see that. Like, if you were supposed to collaborate with someone, we come across a video saying you hate us.
Yeah,
I'm not going to collaborate with you.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good thing. So, like, maybe...
Unless you both agree to saying something along those lines to, like, help both of all of your following to get to wherever you want them to go. But if it's just one-sided, we haven't discussed it, and I just come across it, I'm going to be like... What?
Which is sadly what a lot of other creators are doing with Ashley right now. They're coming across videos of what she said in the past about them, and they're like, what the hell?
See, that's valid, because that's just another person just being like, what the fuck? I thought we were good.
Yeah, so if this podcast could teach you anything about the subject of being a content creator, is do not air messy shit out unless you want it to fully come out, because at one point or the other, you're going to need to share it with the world.
I think with her situation, more things have came out than she originally wanted, and she can't reel it back in.
Yeah. Don't air out messy crap, period, unless you want it everywhere. 2, even just the way you talk to people, about people, watch what you say on the internet, because it will come back and bite you in the butt. It will.
Yeah.
And that isn't saying just content creators. Even, like, if you're out in your 9-to-5 job, don't be talking smack about your boss. Yeah. Overall, don't be a messy person.
There's lots of snakes out there who are willing to come and bite you back in the butt.
Exactly.
So,
whether you know it or not. And if you're intentional or not. Just be careful on what you say and what you put out, because you can never get those back. They are on the internet permanently. Forever. That is how we are going to end this episode of Out of the Box. If you want to learn more about this Ashley Trevino and Santos clusterfuck, honestly, go on TikTok. Give yourself 15 minutes. Only 15. You don't need more than that. And then maybe you'll understand what is actually happening, or you might not understand because no one really understands what's happening. That is the end of this episode. If you guys want us to talk more about either what's going on in TikTok, maybe the TikTok ban, if there's any current events that you guys want us to be talking about, make sure to leave it down in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and hit that notification button to be notified every time a new podcast episode gets uploaded. Keep listening and keep loving, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys. Bye.